Hey y'all, I want to talk about Hit Me Hard and Soft today, which I had always wanted to talk about, but I didn't. I think a big reason is that my broken English, and I don't know if I can properly explain and express my feelings. But I decided to give it a try. Just whatever. Like, if you understand, you understand. If you don't, then shame on me. But anyway, so I think I need to express myself about this album because this album has been a huge part of my life since its release date. So the last 2.5 years, I was like, this album was like my diary. It's like a diary with memory. It's like a diary with different pictures and different Polaroid pictures and different places and different feelings and different people. I don't know if you guys have the same feeling. So when you listen to a music and after some time, maybe after 1 year or 2 years or even 10 years, and you go back to listen to that album or that song, you just bring so many memories back. So this is why I like listening to music. So this album brings me so much memory from 2024 and 2025, and maybe in the future it will bring memory of 2026. So I decided to just give this album a statue, like really. But of course, in the meantime, I'm a very slow burner. I'm a very slow person. I don't like to get into something really quick, and I don't want to put any album or anything on a pedestal very, very quick, or to claim this album is the album of my life, or claim some other music, or saying something else is very important, because I need a lot of time to decide and to think about. So yeah, this is why, also a reason why I waited so long to talk about this album. And finally, this album just successfully passed the test of time. So yeah, this is how good this album is. And yeah, and let's talk about this album. So in 2024, before I listened to this album, and I know that, you know how I knew this album? How I knew this album is because I was in China, right? I'm still in China, so I knew this album because there is still this Stan Wars in China. So I knew it from the Stan Wars. And people are just arguing, people are just like fighting on the internet. So I knew this album was released. But I was not very involved. I was not involved in this Stan Wars. So I was like, oh yeah, whatever. But then I was like, why not just try this album? Like, because I just running out of music, new music. Because, you know, as a mid-30 man in a midlife crisis, I rarely listening to some new music. Like, I always went back to the old music in my 20s and even in my 10s, like in my teenager times. And of course, there's a bunch, like 20 years time of music for me to digest. This is more than enough, to be honest. This is more than enough. And I think a lot of people in 30s or even like 40s, they share the same experience as me. Like when you grow old, you just running out of interest for new music. Like you are just not interested anymore. And you are just like, okay, I have lots of things to do in my life, and music is just whatever, just plays in the background. And it's the background music, and you don't care about the Stan Wars, and you don't care about charts, you don't even care about the lyrics. I mean, to be honest, like, we don't even have time for the lyrics. And as long as the song just hits you, and you might check the lyrics, and you might not. And you definitely don't check the interviews of these artists. You definitely don't check out the writing background and the producers and whatever that is. We don't check it out. Like, yeah. So that was the situation when I listened to this album. So yeah, when I listened to this album, I did not have a very high expectation. But then, the first second of Skinny just like made me become very, very serious about this album. Like Skinny. Usually, I'm not a slow ballad or slow song fan. I was like, yeah, slow songs are not for me. And any song that is too lyrical and too wordy and and also in the same time in a slow song, I was like, huh. So yeah, I'm not a slow song fan. So yeah, this is the thing. And then Skinny, as slow as it just like blows my mind because the instrumental are so like intriguing. If you know what I mean, like it is slow, but the strings, the violin, and her singing, her voice. I mean, her singing is so like multi-layered. It's not like very straightforward. I think she also addressed this in an interview when she was asked about the Barbie song, and she says that okay, I can sing this in a very straightforward way, but I can just rather do it like in a twisted way, like add a little bit twist. So this is exactly what this song is. The singing is in this song is like. So it's really like, I don't know. Her singing is, she always twists it a little bit, and it makes the singing, it makes her voice, and it makes the melody so interesting. And every time I hear it sings a little twist, I was like, oh shoot, this is gold. This is gold. And yeah, and this is why that this is why I love this song. Like, I think this might be the only slow song in my life that I really love. Like, that's really serious. And now we are going to Lunch, right? So Lunch is a song that it's an epic song. I think epic cannot enough describe this song. So this song is so much things in this song. It's not like some traditional or conventional or some poppy songs on the charts. And I say even some very big songs, very trendy songs in 2024 and 2025 cannot compare to Lunch, because Lunch is the drums, the beat is one thing, but I mean the piano in between, and of course the guitar, like the little bit distorted guitar, like that one, it's not rock. I mean, I don't see it as rock, but this guitar in the song it makes this song feel like a little bit I think it is akin to Amazing, the song Amazing, called Amazing in Madonna's album Music. Yeah, Music is that album title. So yeah, it gave me a feeling of that song. And so it's a little bit like a Western America style, right? But yeah, but it's also very yeah, hard to explain, but that guitar just works. And the piano just appearing and hiding in between, and I was like, oh, this song is gonna be interesting. This song is gonna be intriguing. It is, and then it proves me even right. So, and then we are going to the singing part where she slows down, right? She slows down and the production fades away, and she slows down and she's singing only her voice singing, and then they bring this beat. If you know what I mean, the beat, and that part is the highlight of this song, as if the song itself was a highlight. I mean, all through and through. So, okay, I got it wrong. So that part is the highlight of this song, as if this song itself as a whole was not a highlight. So this song is full of highlight. Every minute, every second of the song is a highlight. And I'm not even joking. So this is how serious and how great this song is. And yeah. And of course, do I care? I mean, I care. I care that Billie is coming out. Yeah, I care. But anyway, this song is like no words. I mean, even without listening to the lyrics, I'm like, this song is top. I don't know. Just give it top 1 on the greatest songs of all time in Rolling Stones list, right? So yeah, this is how good this song is. And now we are going to Chihiro. And Chihiro is Chihiro, I cannot exaggerate my feelings by saying, I mean, even if I say it's the greatest song of all time, it is not exaggerated. And Chihiro is because I have so many memories with Chihiro, and so when I listened to this album, I was always at that time I was in a remote work, and because I'm in this time zone, and my company was in another time zone, and we are like 6 hours or 7 hours away from each other. So I'm always ahead of them. So I always so I have like my morning is free for me. So I always go to downtown and go to do some sport and go to swim in the morning. But I always wake up a little bit late, so I did not really utilize all the mornings. But anyway, I avoid the rush hour in the morning. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. Avoid the rush hour. So I always took the subway maybe on 10 a.m. So yeah, and at that time the subway was empty. It's a good thing. But then I listened to this album and this song, right? And then with this empty subway station and the lighting in the station, because there are some subway stations with a very technical lighting and very bluish or very greenish or this color. So with that lighting and no people, and this song, it's really all the things in my life are fitting so correctly, and that was an experience. And then I went to swim, and the swimming pool was bluish, and I was thinking about this song. So that was an experience. So yeah, and then I think in 2025 I went to an island, and I spent some time there. I mean, in a hot summer. So the island has not many people. I met a friend over there, and we always like in the night or in the midnight, we always just drive along the coastline and just sit by the sea and on the beach and drive, and I recommend this song to him, and he really likes it, and he also shared this song on social media, and yeah, so that was a very, very good time. I think the reason that people love music is because music is just ingrained and just a part of their memory and just a part of their life, and they are so intertwined. So this is why people just love music so much, and this is also my experience with this song. And every time I listen to this song or I think about that period of time, I just got so nostalgic, and especially when now I'm in this midlife crisis, right? Because I have to think about many things like seriously, like many serious subject matters, like about my life, about my career, about if I should have children, if I should just get very serious about partner, about marriage, about getting old, and about how to handle getting old, if you know what I mean. So those are very, very like serious questions, and I just miss the old days. Like, I mean, it's just 2 years apart, right? But 2 years before, I was not really thinking about too much about those questions. Of course, I still thought these questions, but not so much as today. Yeah, because like, if you know that when you get old, when you move above like 27, 28, life just moves so much quicker, like so much faster. And you just think time just like 1 year is like a 1 week in your teenager time, in your teenager years. So yeah, it's just so bizarre, but it's my experience with the time, my perception with the time. So yeah. And now I'm just in this crisis, and when I look back, and I was like, oh shoot, I really want to go back to that island, but I think I can't. And another thing is that a family member of mine, she got sick and she got an operation, and me and other family members have to take care of her. And I just have thought about life in general for a long, long time, and it just hugely impacted me. So, and now I lost all my relish, all my joy, and all my pure delight about traveling. So I'm not in the mood for traveling anymore. So that period of time on that island and with the song and with that friend is forever locked in my past and forever locked in that period of time. Yeah. So this is Chihiro. This is Chihiro, and this is me and Chihiro. So Birds of a Feather. How to talk about Birds of a Feather, because this song is not my favorite. But ironically, this song is the biggest hit. Which of course I understand why it is a biggest hit. I think the general public can eat this, but they cannot eat up other songs because other songs are too like alternative, too indie, and too experimental. I don't think the general public can understand that. So, and I don't know if it's intentional that Billie intentionally, deliberately made a song like this in this album. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I'm glad that this album got a hit, which is really good. But I don't mind. Like I don't mind playing this song together with other songs. Like when I play from beginning to end, I don't mind it. But would I just play this song alone? I don't think so. So this is about this song. And Wildflower is another song that I'm not a great fan of, but I like it better than Birds of a Feather. I don't know why, but yeah, it is what it is. And the greatest and the French song. These songs are like twin brothers or twin sisters to me. They are like, the structures are a little bit like similar, and one is epic and one is very dancey, like Charlie XCX type of dancey. So I'm really blown away by this French song. You know, like I really like, because I don't like slow songs, so I like this dancey dance pop, like EDM songs a lot, or some like dancey R&B songs. But yeah, I didn't expect that Billie goes to like this disco or house vibe, this disco vibe. So yeah, it is what it is. So it's very surprised. It's very surprised. And the dinner feels always like an interlude. I don't know why. It feels like interlude to Bittersweet. I don't know why. I always feel like this album is like, I always see it as a whole, like a whole. It's a very big song. So yeah, in that context, I don't mind about the dinner. Yeah, and Bittersweet and Blue, these two songs are. I always feel that this album has a. It's like the head and the tail are two parts that are really great, and the middle. Sometimes I forget, like the Wildflower and the dinner. Sometimes I overlook. But of course, the greatest and the French song are great. But I always have this feeling that this album is like the head and the tail are so great. This is just my impression over the time, over the course of 2 years. So yeah, because I think part of the reason is that Bittersweet and the Blue, these songs. You know, Bittersweet is a song that I like a lot, and of course, it's about my experience, right? It's about my weird and bizarre working schedule, different from other people in my city and from any people I know. And I always experience this loneliness. I always experience this alone time anywhere. Like if I'm in the morning, I'm in the mall, I'm in the subway, I'm in anywhere. I go anywhere. There was not many people. Like people are working. They are in this office building. But I was shopping, or I was swimming. And Chihiro is the one, and Bittersweet is the other one that I listen to all the time. And I was like, holy fucking shit. And I was like, I was alone. I was like, I mean, just many times I just think about, okay, this work is getting me a little bit crazy. Like I felt so lonely, like sometimes. But this song was so good. Like it's very depressing. Like I think I'm a very depressing person, so it fits me really well. Yeah, and it always made me feel like this song is a post-punk or post-rock song. Yeah, it gave me that feel. And the Blue, Blue is. Blue is, I don't. A little bit off key, yeah, but I love. I just love how she sings it. You know, like it's always like this. If you know, you know. So, Blue. I thought that Madonna's True Blue is already a perfect song for Blue, but this song came and I was like, yeah, True Blue was dethroned. So, so this is how I feel about Blue. And Blue also have a lot of memory. Yeah, a lot of painful memory actually, but I think I don't want to mention that. Yeah, so yeah, so this album is like a diary. It really is a diary of my last 2.5 years, and I'm really, when looking back, I am astonished by like how many time I spent with this album. Like even on 2025, I still having fun playing this album. On the only 2025 album that I play other than this album, I think was Addison Rae, the debut album, and the Jennie album from Blackpink, and yeah, and late 2025 I played, of course, the Life of Showgirl, and so yes, so this is my story. This is my story about this album, and I wish I could say more. But I think my life is now kind of, I'm getting a little bit locked in. Like I'm locked in this place because I still have to take care of that family member who is now in a hospital. But she's just living there right now, and but we have to like go to see her very regularly, very frequently, and so I kind of just have to stay in the same city. I don't know for how long, but yeah, I don't have the mood for travel. I don't have the mood to go anywhere else. This is depressing. I think this is why I'm just recording this in my car right now and in the underground parking lot. And oh, speaking of parking lot, I think this album is also perfect to play in the parking lot. I wanted to do some TikToks on this underground parking lot. So whenever I go to a parking lot, so yeah, like a few months ago, I went to a place. So I went to a city that on the coastline, right? And I went there because it was, I think in March or February, it was still a little bit cold, and there were no people there. Like I want to see the sea, and I go to this beach house, this beach apartment, and there were nobody there, and and the underground parking lot is crazy and horrible and horror film as hell. There was nobody, no car over there, and it just freaked the hell out of me. And that is the perfect scenario for this album. And I wished I could do some TikToks in this kind of places, because that would be so fun. Like it's just thinking about it, it's so fun. So yeah, I think this is all I had to say. Maybe I should write an article or write something about it, because my English is, I just say whatever I want to say, and I don't really know if it's correct, if I'm using the right words or something like that. This is all I can think of right now, but I need to get a little bit serious and just to write it down, I think. Yeah, but anyway, this is my experience and my life story about this album. Yeah, because I don't want to do some review of this album, which is quite boring. Yeah, like why do we have to analyze an album like analyzing math or physics or chemistry? I don't think that is very fun. But I just want to share something with you about this album with me and my midlife crisis and my very bizarre working schedule and my a middle life crisis man, and how I listen to music and how I miss those days. And it's really hard. It's really hard for me to listen to new things, new music, and because, as I said, life just move on too fast, and it's really hard just to live, if you know what I mean. Like, I always have this feeling that it's just really hard to live. To live alone is already costing me 90% of my energy. Like, where's my last 10%? Like, the 10% needs to be carefully distributed to other hobbies. So, and to listen to new music is sometimes feels like a gamble. Like, if you have 20 years of old music which you know that you love, then why do you go to like listen to new music? Only when you're bored. Only when you are bored. So this is why I listen to this album, because bored. So yeah. Yes, and also at that time the Stan Wars in the Chinese internet. I mean, Chinese internet sometimes it's just this. It's a mirror to this Western to Twitter or to Reddit, whatever that is a mirror to that. So whatever happens in your Twitter Stan Wars is happening in Chinese internet, and I just vaguely know that okay, just Taylor Swift and Billie Eilish. They have a thing. I don't really care. I don't really give a fuck. So, but I just magically listening to both. But not that Torture Poet department, not that album. But I listen to other Taylor Swift albums. But I just don't care about this behind the scenes thing or this celebrity whatever field or whatever thing. Like, yeah, I just don't care about them. Like. So I think that's a good thing. Like, just to stay away from this Stan Wars or whatever thing that is good for it's good spiritually. Like, it's good for mental health. So anyway, too much yapping, and I think that is enough for today. Yeah. So I hope you are doing well, and I hope you enjoying music, and I hope you just enjoying life, and whatever problem in your life right now, I think we will all be fine. And hoping you having a nice day, and see you next time. Bye.